Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, September 2nd, 2022. I am Fredicia Liebert.
I have been a police officer, okay, it was 29 years, 5 months, 1 week.
The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force hosted a recognition and appreciation ceremony on Wednesday, August 31st, in honor of Inspector Joel Caines. Inspector Caines is retiring from the police force, having served nigh 3 decades with stints in the beat and patrol, special services and local intelligence units, and the criminal investigations department.
Joel Elihu Caines enlisted in the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force on March 29, 1993. Upon completion of his 6-month-long initial training, he received the top score in the classroom and placed second overall. Whenever Inspector Caines would investigate a matter, you knew it was well done and well presented. This was evident when he received high commendations for his work at the court. During his tenure within the Criminal Investigations Department, he investigated serious crimes which ranged from housebreaking and larcenies to homicides, and was able to secure a 100% convictions on these cases. While he was a constable, Caines implemented a shift pattern that is still being used today. He also created a leaflet outlining the contents and order in which indictable case files are to be prepared and submitted for trial. This leaflet is still relevant and serves as a guide for young officers throughout the division. Joel Caines was promoted to corporal in 2008 and again elevated to the rank of sergeant in 2009. Some 9 years later, in 2018, he was promoted to the rank of inspector.
Recounting Inspector Caines' tenure as a member of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, a number of tributes were made by his family as well as colleagues who spoke of his contribution to their professional development. These were in addition to commendations from the Honourable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, and Commissioner of Police, Hilroy Brandy.
Inspector Caines, you have served this noble organization with distinction, and for amazing 29 years plus, and for that, we thank you. You have been an instrumental leader in our beloved island of Nevis. I am particularly proud to put on record my sincere thanks and appreciation for the leadership that you, Inspector Caines, has demonstrated during your tenure. It is my pleasure in my role as Commissioner of Police to place on record, once again, my thanks on behalf of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force to you for being an exceptional inspector. You have served our Twin Island Federation with distinction, and you will be greatly missed by many inside and outside the force.
I'm aware that you have set a standard of exemplary service that is second to none. Service that provided a strong leadership. Service that inspired the development of a culture of performance within the police force. And service that provided the highest degree of excellence based on the principles of honesty, integrity, and respect for all. May you forever remain a mirror reflecting the good qualities of a police officer, and be an ambassador representing the organization with class and distinction.
In his remarks at the ceremony, Inspector Caines shared some insight with his colleagues.
The police organization is an essential part of our federation. Once we have peace and prosperity, everything else falls in line. And if you view your work as a responsibility and not an authority, it will be better for us and the public. One of my inspectors used to call me the human rights police. It would be a compliment. That's basically that's what we're supposed to be doing. Everything we do, we're supposed to take people's human rights into consideration. I have no regret joining the police force. If I have my life to do over again, I'll do it again. The most important thing for a police officer is to have the support of his or her family. Fortunate for me, I had that support. And that is what helped me in my career.
Inspector Caines was presented with a gift basket and a plaque in appreciation of his dedicated and exemplary service to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. The St. Kitts Nevis Moves Nevis Chapter, in collaboration with Medical Air Services Association, MASA, and the Nevis Island Administration, is set to host a competition dubbed Nevis Knockout, Public versus Private Sector, beginning Saturday, September 17th, 2022. The teams will compete for the best qualifying times on the obstacle course at the Fit Wellness Grounds on Saturdays over a 4-week period. On Wednesday, August 31st, a press conference was held where committee member Dijon Liburd explained the details of the competition.
There will be 16 teams to start, and in the first time trial, the 8 fastest teams would go through to the next round. And then in that next round, 4 teams will be knocked out. So there will be 4 fastest teams going forward. And then after that, 2 more teams will be knocked out, and you'll have 2 teams in the final.
Coordinator of SKN Moves Nevis Chapter, Sheila James, outlined the prizes to be won.
We've got the first prize, which is courtesy of Delia Walwyn, St. Kitts. It's 4 zip lining experiences. Second prize, Discover Sail experience for 2 persons, a duration of 2 hours, provided by Beach Edition, St. Kitts and Nevis Aquatic Sailing Centre. The third prize is a health package and bundle for 2 persons, courtesy of Fit Wellness Centre.
James also noted that participation medals will also be presented to each participant at the end of each elimination round. Persons will receive a medal, certificate, and an SKN Moves Nevis Chapter rosette. MASA's Regional Director of Business Development at USVI, Dwayne Strawn, is encouraging persons to participate.
But we want the community, the public, to know that this is more than just an event. This is an event to really showcase healthy, happy, fun lifestyles. We've seen our share of tragedies for the past 2 years. Let's celebrate life. Come out, have fun. If you have not yet, if you're thinking about it, don't think about it too long. Just, contact David or, Ms. James and get on board.
Also present at the press conference were Ambassador for SKN Moves Nevis Chapter, Jeanette Grell Hall, Committee Member David Walwyn, Assistant Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health Latoya Jeffers, and Merla Hobson, Senior Agent and Acting Sales Manager of NASA St. Kitts and Nevis. Still to come, preliminary CXC results to be released on September 5th. The details right after this break.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew and the delegation are representing St. Kitts and Nevis at the Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2022, which is taking place from September 1st to 3rd in Bridgetown, Barbados, under the theme One People, One Destiny, Uniting and Reimagining Our Future. The Prime Minister's delegation includes the Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Trade and Investment, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzil Douglas, Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natta, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Hilary Hazel, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, Naima Hazel, and President of the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Michael Davis. Officials from the St. Kitts Investment Promotion Agency are also scheduled to be participants in the 2-day investment forum. This forum is intended to help strengthen relations between the private sectors of the 2 regions to advance trade and investment. Some of the objectives include promoting interbank relationships, including fostering payment and financial flow, developing creative and cultural engagements that can be commercially viable, creating a business case for a potential Afro-Caribbean free trade area, promoting trade and investment between Africa and the Caribbean by serving as a platform for market identification, building business partnerships, exchange of trade and market information, co-investments, facilitating Afro-Caribbean investments by fostering cross-regional business and investment linkages, serving as a platform for disseminating trade and investment information and other products and initiatives of the bank that support trade between Africa and Africans in the diaspora, and reducing counterpart risk perception among African and Caribbean businesses in dealing with themselves. 750 delegates from Africa and the Caribbean, including government and private sector officials, as well as investors, development partners, and trade support institutions, are attending the forum. The release of preliminary results for the June-July 2022 sitting of the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, will be Monday, September 5th. Preliminary results for the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE, Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC, and Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competence CCSLC will be released in St. Lucia on Monday, September 5th, 2022. Candidates can access their preliminary results online at cxc.org/student results. Regional ministries of education were expected to receive the preliminary results on Thursday, September 1st, 2022, to review and provide feedback as necessary in preparation for a joint meeting of ministries on Friday, September 2nd, 2022. In instances where requests for early release of results were made, preliminary results were also expected to be made available to universities at the same time as the Ministries of Education to facilitate the matriculation of candidates. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.